Hi, welcome back to the ProShop Vault. This is the second video in a series of videos I'm currently putting together to introduce the ProShop Vault to the world. In the last video, I touched on some of the high-level parts of the ProShop Vault ecosystem. And in this video, I'm going to try and keep it a little bit shorter and just touch on the Customer Vault and the interaction with the Customer Vault and the Inventory Vault. And also just to explain that the whole experience within the ProShop Vault, the end user experience, is based around an iPad. So the screens are all optimized for iPad use. And that mainly is to facilitate you moving the iPad around the shop. So you give the iPad to the customer to fill in the details, where you unpack a ball or something, or you need to take the iPad to the drill press. So you can look at the digital spec sheet while you're drilling, or even the digitized paper spec sheet while you're busy drilling the ball, etc. So this video I'm just going to quickly show you some interactions between the Customer Vault and the Inventory Vault, and in the next video I will do the same with the Customer Vault and the Services Vault, along with one of the key aspects of the Services Vault, which is the self-checking feature. Okay, so let's get into the Customer Vault again. So in the Customer Vault you typically see all your customers on tiles. And to find the customer that you're looking for, you simply just search for the customer, start typing in part of a name, and it should find the customer. There I am there. And also to get back into why it's optimized for an iPad. I mean, on a PC it looks fantastic, and for a lot of the day-to-day stuff you might use your PC. So in terms of where you need a keyboard and a mouse, it's a lot easier than using a touchscreen iPad. And obviously for your phone as well, but that screen's a bit small for everyday use. You can typically use the phone just to import items into the inventory. So because the phone's got a camera, you can take a picture of the box label or the barcode on one of the products when you enter it into the inventory. And of course your iPad also has a camera, so the iPad is dual purpose, can do the same. Right, so anything that's changed since the last video I made is this new bar on the left, a nice navigation bar. In terms of the Customer Vault itself, well, the Customer Vault is actually complete. There's nothing left for me to do here. Everything works. It does integrate nicely with the Inventory Vault and the Services Vault. It is currently running in one store at the moment, so if somebody just wanted the Customer Vault now, they could certainly have it. It's a good way to transition from paper to digital. It's a good way to store all that paper in a searchable format and on a system that is recoverable and backed up online. So you won't lose a spec sheet, let's put it that way. Anyway, let's get back into this quickly. So the boiler profile, as I said before, shows you all the information. And here all I really want to do is touch on the interaction between the Inventory Vault and the Customer Vault. So as you can see here, it's a nice graphic with some of the recent purchases that will show you the balls that the customer recently bought, or the last 5 or 6 balls that he bought. There is a list format where it will show you every single ball that the customer's bought over time, and in there serial numbers go, layouts, the price, the weight, etc., the brands and everything else. And of course serial numbers are attached to the bowling ball in the inventory. When you scan the ball in, it will scan the serial number, so there's no manual entry when we go to the inventory, and I'll show you that in another video. But yeah, so the recent purchase all comes from the Inventory Vault, like accessories, what you bought when you bought it, shoes, etc., bags and everything else. And that all ties in to the Inventory Vault, and the Marketing and Reporting Vault can look at that data, and you can then allocate either some sort of marketing campaign based on the data that the customer, based on their purchase history data. Okay, so that's what the Customer Vault looks like from the customer's perspective. From the Inventory Vault perspective, there's a new dashboard layout that I've put on the Inventory Vault. Basically, it's giving you the snapshot overview of what's in your current inventory. So in this example, we've got 6 balls, 5 bags, 5 shoes, only one accessory, and if I wanted to sell one of these, a customer walks into the store, all I simply would do is click on, say, balls, for example. These are the balls that are currently in my inventory. I can say, okay, you want a spare ball, for example. I'll give you this Indigo swirl. The screen you see now is exactly the same screen you see after you import the label on the ball, on the box. This is the type of screen you'll see after you do that. And again, there's some options here to edit some fields, like pricing, manufacturer data, etc., etc. I'll show you that in a second. All I want to do now is show you how easy it is to mark something from your inventory as sold. So you click on that and say, well, that's sold. Who did I sell it to? And at this point now, if it's a new customer, there's a walk-in, I type in a new name. If it's an existing customer, I just need to type in a couple of characters of their name, and they should pop up on the list. So there's a couple of Pauls in the inventory. Paul bought it, mark it as sold, the price, mark as sold. That's popped up on Paul, that I've purchased that ball, and it should appear in the all balls sales list. There's Indigo Swirl. So that's how easy it is to assign an item in your inventory to a bowler when you sell it. Going back to the inventory, there are some other features within the inventory panel itself. There's some action required panels, missing sale prices. So if you get a lot of balls coming in at the same time, sometimes you just want to scan the labels and get the scanning done without going into the individual ball screens itself. Because when you first import a ball into the inventory, you have an option at that point to add a price and other data that's not on the box, that's more relative to your store. You can do it then and there on a one by one basis, or you can go to the inventory admin side of things, and in the inventory admin side of things we can do bulk price update. So if you have a list, you can get the list of all your stock, add a price to it on the list, and then inject that into the vault itself. There is also the wholesale and map pricing, so there will be some alerts around that. If you were to have something advertised on your website that is below the map agreement, minimum advertised price agreement, something would alert you to that effect as well. But let's go back to the inventory where I was. So that was that main dashboard. The other alert on the dashboard is you can set a age stock alert based around balls that have been in stock for a long time, and then at that point it can remind you, well, actually either the map has expired and you can lower your price, or it's time for a sale. This is not moving, let's get it going, kind of thing. And then you can scan a ball label. You take a photo or choose from a file. Normally what I would do is I take photos of all the balls as they come in, and then later on I import them into the system. So I take the photo of the ball, put the box away, and then I can just go and choose it from a file. But I'll show you that in the next video because I don't want this video to get too long. But that is effectively how easy it is to get stock into the inventory and stock out of the inventory into the customer database. Okay, in the next video I shall show you the same link, a similar link with the Services Vault, how that ties into the Services Vault, and more importantly the self-checking feature, which I think is a great feature for pro shops, as pro shops are not always open, and not always open when their main customers are in the building, i.e. when leagues are on, etc., etc. Right, I shall see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.